this week's Your Questions Answered, number six. I don't have a computer this week, so I'm trying on the phone. So hopefully it all works well and good. Not sure if I can see. Oh yeah, here's the chat here. Sorry, it's a bit bouncy. Live chat. Members only mode is on. Okay, that's good. Save highlight, share. That's right. I guess if someone wants to say something, I guess I'll see if the chat pops up. So firstly, I wanted to start off with the green reading books. Actually, I had a question from Diego Azar on Instagram. I have a question. I was wondering, is a greens book still legal? I have a tournament and want to make sure. So the green reading books, greens book, are still legal. It all depends on which competition you're playing and which tournament, professional tour you're playing on. So there was an announcement this week from the European Tour and the PGA, which was basically the same. The slight difference was that the PGA Tour are going to allow greens reading books still to be used during practice rounds, whereas the European Tour have said no to green reading books at all. I mean, they could, the player could go prior to the tournament and use it if they wish and learn the information then. But during that tournament, they wouldn't be permitted to have the green reading book. And I saw that Golf Digest came out and said why their clickbait title here, why the proposed new PGA Tour rule on green reading books could be pretty tough to enforce. I don't think it's going to be tough to enforce. I mean, it's just up to the players, all those old books, throw them out, and go with the new books that don't have the green reading material in them. They will have, when they print them, they'll have new model or new edition, whatever, stating, so people will be able to see that. And you'll soon be able to see also if if one of the players is hanging around the green reading this book, you're certainly going to know whether they've got a green reading book or not. I mean, what else are they reading? Some poetry or some kind of novel? Anyway, so just obviously with the green reading books, it depends on what tournament you're playing in as to whether they are banned or not. But for the most part, I didn't even realise that competitions outside of the PGA Tour and the European Tour use them. I'm glad they're going back to that natural way of reading. Relying on the player's skill. It was interesting. They were talking to some of the players, and everyone was relying on them. And saying, "Oh, if I don't use one, I'm going to lose a shot, lose half a shot, lose a shot, lose two shots over the field." And then, some of the referees, officials were talking to the players and some of the good players who know how to read greens regardless of having these green reading books, saying you're actually losing a shot in the fact that you know how to read a green compared to that person over there. So why would you want to give up your advantage by basically having a green reading book, which is a great point. And eventually they ended up getting it over the line on both tours. So that's really good. Next question. Where did I have one here? This is a good question about match play and handicaps. Hi, this is Goba Golf Club. I don't know where Goba Golf Club is. I should look that up. Goba Golf Club, I have a question. Player A has a handicap of 5, player B has a handicap of 15, so there's a difference there of 10. They match play on handicap, ties after 18 holes, sudden death. Does B still get strokes from player A? And the answer is yes. So when you've got a handicap of 5 and a handicap of 15, that's an 18-hole handicap. So if you end up playing 19 holes, well, that 19th, a player may get a shot there. I mean, if you think about it, if a player was off 1 and another player was off 29 and they got 28 shots, and then they got 28 shots over the 18th, and then you say to them on the sudden death hole, oh, but you don't get shots on this hole because you've already used them all up. That's just silly. Of course that person needs whatever relevant at least 1 shot, possibly 2. So you definitely get 2 shots. Yeah. How's this chat going? Live chat, super chat. Same members mode is on. Yeah. Okay, so that was that question there. What else did I have? Anyone else got any questions? So there's a couple of photos going around of holes, like hole and the flag stick and everything off the green. The one that I'm looking at here is about 6 inches off. I saw another one that was in a bunker. I can understand it's just for a bit of fun. But the serious question gets asked of me: is that allowed? Is that permissible? And the putting green is whatever the committee have deemed to be the putting green. But if the putting green where the committee have deemed to be the putting green doesn't have a hole on it or hole in it, then how can the players finish the hole? To finish the hole, you have to hole the ball into the hole. Okay, it has to drop and be at rest either underneath the putting green within the hole, or it can be at rest against the flag stick with a part of it below the level of the putting green. If there is no hole on the putting green, the players can't finish the hole. So whilst, there's a question, is this a legal hole placement? Legal, it's not about whether it's legal or not. It's about whether the player can finish the hole by putting their ball in the hole to finish the hole. So if it's off the green, basically no, is the answer to that. So what else have I got here? And I had another question or another photo where, groundskeeper, greenkeeper, maintenance staff, their last day, and they do a bit of a fun stuff. And this one here had that extra big hole cut out. It's not legal under the rules of golf to have a hole any bigger than 4.5 inches. I might have got that wrong. It's about 4.5. A tee is 4 inches long. I think a hole is 4.5 inches in diameter. Anyway, and so obviously this is twice the size. I mean, is this allowed? It's allowed. A committee can create that common competition and have bigger holes and smaller holes, whatever. Can you submit that scorecard for handicapping? No, it's not legitimate golf effectively that the handicap system stands by, the world handicap system stands by. So, it's not going to count for handicapping scores. Does it count for a competition? Yeah, if everyone's playing by the same rules. Would you call it golf? You call it a form of golf, big hole golf, whatever you want to call it. But is it going to be permissible for handicapping? No, it's not. It's not, a legal size. Right, I think we've chomped through that pretty quickly. Have we got any questions? If I can work out how to answer these questions or see questions. I'm sure people are talking to me, but I just can't seem to work out how to see these questions on the live stream, which is really annoying. No, I don't need that. Members only. No, he runs a member. Oh, I see. And what does that give me? It looks like I put members only mode in, which means that it's I'm probably not going to be able to get any questions tonight. So that's my fault. Let me see if I've got any others that I want to go through. No, we covered that one last week, so I think we're about used up. Oh, I did have one here, but I think I've covered this one in one of the first queries. A ball cannot be found, and the player goes back to take stroke and distance relief. They correctly drop a ball, but before they play their shot, a playing partner announces the original ball has been found before the allotted 3 minutes for searching has expired. As the original ball was found within 3 minutes, can it still be played? Is the newly dropped ball in play as soon as it is dropped, thus ruling out the playing of the original, or is it not in play until a stroke has been made? So it all depends. Is the ball in play? It depends where you went back to play, stroke and distance. If you've gone back to the teeing area, Rule 14.4 tells us that it's not in play until you make a stroke at the ball in the teeing area to put the new ball, the substituted ball, into play. Whereas if it's in the general area, bunker, penalty area, it's not in play until you've dropped it, or it's in play once you've dropped it. And then if it's on the putting green, it's in play once you have placed it with the intention to put it into play. So it's slightly different depending on where you are going back to take stroke and distance. Right. Next time I will set up. I'm sorry for everyone that's been trying to chat and hasn't been able to. We'll be on next week. Next week I'll set it up so that you will be able to chat. And so save all your questions for next week, and I'll see you then. Hopefully that was some information that you wanted to know. So I appreciate everyone logging in, and unfortunately, no good with the super chat. Have a great day and a great night, and I'll see you next week.